This is MMASucka's head-to-head fight breakdown, brought to you by MMASucka.com. I'm Nick, and I'm here with Yale UFC from the sportshack.ca, and we're here to break down the fights for UFC 137. They're happening this Saturday, October 29th in Las Vegas. Yale, what's going on, man?
What's up, buddy?
So let me just run down the fights from the main event down to the prelims here. We've got BJ Penn fighting Nick Diaz, Matt Mitrione and Czech Congo. We've got Mirko Cro Cop and Roy Nelson. Hatsu Hioki is fighting George Roop. We've got Dennis Siver fighting Donald Cerrone, Tyson Griffin fighting Bart Pelazewski, and Scott Jorgensen is fighting Jeff Curran. Let's start it out with Tyson Griffin and Bart Pelazewski. Yale, how do you think this fight's going to go down?
Well, I think this fight's to make Tyson Griffin look good. This fight will make Tyson Griffin get that much closer to the featherweight title shot that he deserves.
Okay, so you think this is his natural weight class? This is a good move for him to be in this weight class?
Yes, this is his natural weight class.
Okay, let's talk about the next fight here. Dennis Siver is fighting Donald the Cowboy Cerrone. I like the Cowboy here. I think he's going to come and put on a good fight. I like his striking. I like his submissions. I don't necessarily think he's going to submit Siver here, but I think he's going to use his striking and get the unanimous decision. What do you think?
Well, I think Seaver's the tougher fighter, so I see Siver winning this fight by unanimous decision.
Okay, fair enough. Let's move on to the next fight here. Scott Jorgensen and Jeff Curran. And you were saying to me earlier how you think this could either be a really boring fight or you think it could be fight of the night. Tell me a little bit more about that.
Yeah, if Jorgensen wants to just lie and win by unanimous decision, that's what will happen. But if he wants to stand and bang and do a few takedowns and Curran could get a couple of submission attempts, then this could be the fight of the night. I could see that happening.
I like Jorgensen. I think he put up a tough battle with Dominic Cruz there. So I'd like to see a nice battle as well. Maybe a good stand up and some jiu-jitsu in there as well. Let's talk about Hatsu Hioki and George Roop. I know you like Hioki here.
Yeah, I think Hioki's on a whole different world. He's on a whole different universe in this fight. So Roop shouldn't even be fighting him. So I say Hioki will win this fight in second round by submission. Okay,
let's move on to Mirko Cro Cop and Roy Big Country Nelson. I think Cro Cop can win this fight. I think if he doesn't, I think this is going to be his last fight. I know if Roy Nelson doesn't win, this could be three fights lost in a row. What do you think?
Well, yeah, both of them will be let go by UFC if they lose. I think Roy Nelson should be able to win this match by TKO, even though he lost 20 pounds. He should still be able to pull off a TKO victory.
Okay, let's talk about the co-main event. We've got Matt Mitrione fighting Czech Congo. I got to say I like Mitrione here. I like his stand-up. I think he's got a good chin. I think he can throw hard punches. I think he's been working on his ground game. I don't know. I don't like Congo here. What do you think?
Well, I think Congo's stand-up is better, and Congo's the veteran. If Mitrione wants to win, he has to do what Kane did. He has to take him down and grind and ground and pound. But I like Congo here. I'm going to go with the veteran.
Okay, fair enough. And that brings us to our main event. We've got BJ Penn, the prodigy, fighting Nick Diaz. I think these guys are similar on a few levels. They're striking, their ground game, their jiu-jitsu. But you know what? I like the prodigy here. I like BJ Penn. I think he's going to win it. What do you think?
Yeah, I say BJ Penn wins by KO. That's why Nick Diaz is Strikeforce, and BJ Penn's a legend in UFC. There's a big difference. BJ Penn by KO. Well,
you got to remember too that Nick Diaz started in the UFC and then he went to Strikeforce, and now he's back. So, I mean, I agree with you there. I think some of the fighters that he was fighting in Strikeforce, they're not the same caliber as those in the UFC, and I think Penn's going to give him a good run for his money.
Yes.
I'm psyched, man. I'm excited. How about you? You excited or what?
Yeah, I think it's a really good event.
Again, this was MMASucka's head-to-head fight breakdown, brought to you by MMASucka.com. I'm Nick, and this was Yale UFC from the sportshack.ca. And hey, enjoy the fights. UFC 137, October 29th, this Saturday in Las Vegas. Talk to you later, Yale.
Ciao.